What's up, gents? DirtBag Gaming here, the channel for casual raiders. We are doing a how-to gear guide for Nagdar the Headhunter. We just did a full guide on him, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's going to go over everything that you need to know, but this is going to be just a how-to specifically gear Nagdar. Now, there's a couple different ways you want to gear him. We're going to go over first the skills, some masteries, and also the artifacts that are going to be good for him. But a lot of people have been saying, obviously, the Frenzy set is really what you want to kind of run with this guy, just because he's exchanging HP. He's not the best, honestly, champion in the game, but he's fun. And I think the biggest thing is just the arena offense, because when he takes HP from a Mountain King, it is the best feeling in the world. That and Siphi. Siphi also is very hard to kill. Also, Duchess. Duchess is very hard. She usually has a lot of HP. So let's first go over the skills, and then we'll determine on how we're going to give this guy. So first we have attacks one enemy, heals this champion by 10% of the max HP, grants an extra turn if the attack kills somebody. So right there, we want him to kill people, right, to go an extra turn. It's kind of like Septimus. Septimus has a similar skill where he just keeps going up, killing people based off of attack. Attacks all enemies. His wording was very weird when I first pulled him. After attacking, this champion sacrifices HP equal to 50% of the max HP. Then places two 15% continuous heal buffs on this champion for 2 turns. The HP sacrifice will happen even if it kills the champion. So this is based off attack and HP, but he attacks and then sacrifices HP. So if he doesn't have a lot of HP, he then will just die. Usually doesn't happen that often because he heals, because of the 15% continuous heal. So basically he's healing for 30%, and if he comes back around, he's going to do it again and kind of be good. This one, he usually does this one first, actually, which I understand why, because he'll sacrifice HP, increase his turn meter, and then he does this like right after it. So if you have a frenzy set, it's fine. So he does this and then this. I wouldn't book this guy unless you're like really gung-ho about him in PvP, but not really worth it in PvE. Go check out the guide. Someplace he is, someplace he's not. Sacrifice HP equal to 50% of the champion's max HP. Then equalizes HP levels of this target's HP. The HP levels of both this champion and the target enemy will be brought down to the level of one of the lowest HP. So basically, if a Mountain King has 130,000 HP, he has 20,000 HP. He'll sacrifice half of it down to 10 HP, and then Mountain King is 10,000 HP. So that's kind of what this guy does, right? It doesn't work on bosses. That's kind of why he's not the best for PvE, but his passive is one of the coolest passives in the game. He also looks really cool. Revives this champion on a 1-turn cooldown with 50% HP and 50% turn meter when killed, killed by all other allies are alive. So basically, he has to die, and then there has to be 4 other allies alive. I'm sorry, 3 other allies alive in PvP. So if it's just him and one other person, it won't work. It has to be him and then 3 other people. So if you have like a tanky team, and they all live, and then he dies, he'll get res right back up. And it's a 1-turn cooldown. So as long as he goes, he'll get rezzed almost every single time. So I think you can like play around with that with PvE, like just make him super fast. And I feel like if he goes and then dies, he's just gonna get rezzed back up again, go and then die. Like it's just constant. So it doesn't like block revive, obviously. And then he'll just stay dead. His aura isn't bad. Attack in all battles by 33%. One of the best attack auras in the game. Anytime you have an all aura, great everywhere, right? This hits decently hard for the way I had. I wish I had more attack, but let's go over it. Masteries, Helm Smasher, just to kind of proc that, ignore defense. Sorry, I'm in the way. Let me move myself. There we go. So Helm Smasher, but if you want, go with the crit damage if you need it. Shield set, if you kill people, don't need this too much. So maybe like the shield set might have been better. But you kind of want him to die. Like that's his thing, is if he dies, he gets back up. This, I did this because if you have like a Prince Kaimar, he does 12% more damage if they're asleep or stunned or something like that. So pairing him with somebody like that would be good. This would be good. Just heal. He wants to heal back up, right? So pretty good set. And this to counterattack. So if he takes 20% less damage, he then gets the counterattack, 50% chance, which is a very good chance. Move myself back over. Now let's go over the gear sets. So obviously first set would be very good as a frenzy set. I just don't have a very good frenzy set for him. This is the best frenzy set I have. But the first thing you want to do is get the crit damage gloves. You want him to hit hard. So no matter what set you put on him, just put that crit damage set on him so that way he's good to go. I wonder if he'd be good in Scarab King. I was actually testing him out in Griffin because Griffin, you know, attacks twice and then kills people, then he gets back up and then attacks. So again, he could be good in PvE. He just needed like War Master instead of Helm Smasher. And you gotta test him out. Maybe he could be good in PvE. Yeah, as long as he's fast. If he's not fast, he's not gonna be good. This set, he's okay fast. Like I think if he has like 250 speed, he'd be almost unstoppable in a frenzy set. Crit rate, HP. So again, start with the gloves. Go with the crit damage gloves with as much crit rate as you possibly can because you want him to get as much 100% crit rate. This attack, again, he look how much HP he has. He is made to die. He's like Plarium wants him dead. So he's an attack champion with 1700 attack. That's kind of why I'm sad that I don't have a lot more attack on him. But HP, not a lot. So go with like the attack chest piece, crit rate, crit damage, whatever you can get on them. Speed, we have HP, crit rate, defense, resistance. This one, again, this is the best that I had for Frenzy. But crit rate, crit damage, speed. This is really good speed roll. 19 HP, crit rate, defense, and this speed. But look, notice no attack. I didn't get any attack on here. No attack on there. Can't get attack on there. I have no attack there. I just have the attack percentage there. And then one little attack there. So that's kind of why I'm limiting on the attack. Attack ring with not bad roll there. Crit damage you definitely want on the neck piece. 5% chance to prevent skill cooldown, which happens every once in a while. And then attack on the banner. You want to get as much attack percentage as possible with speed. That's kind of the goal there. But this is exactly what we got for these three. Now, these are the total stats. Again, we don't really care too much about the HP because he's going to be sacrificing and dying and all that stuff. But you probably want 6,000 attack on this guy. I only have 4,800 because he starts with 1,700 attack, which is a lot. Like the multipliers on that is so good. Let's just do some math real quick. So if we have 1,700 attack times it by 0.2 times by 0.2. Yeah, so if you get like 20% roll on something like a ring or a neck piece or chest piece or whatever it may be, like with some glyphs, you're adding an extra 340 per thing, 340 attack because it's based off of the set attack. So I just didn't get any gear that has attack percentages on it. That's really why. But as much attack as I possibly could, that's what we did. And then we got speed. I'm telling you guys, if you can get Frenzy set up to 250 speed, I think he would be so much more fun than how I built him. 93% crit damage, 230 crit damage, which is actually really good when you have Helm Smasher. This would be 250 if we had the extra 20% crit damage for the Mastery, but that's really good with Helm Smasher. And then these don't really matter because he doesn't have any debuffs. You don't need accuracy to exchange HP, which I found out that's really cool. So if he has no accuracy, he's still able to exchange HP with the other person. The resistance doesn't really matter. So the stats that you're looking for: speed, crit rate, crit damage, and attack. Everything else you can kind of ignore, which is cool with this champion. But I just wish I had better gear. So somebody let me know how good, because I know there's a video out there with McCann, I think is the name. Shout out to him. Very cool PvP videos that he makes. He did this guy with Platinum Arena with Frenzy set, and it was just so fun. Mine doesn't hit as hard. So if you guys are gonna build him, let's go over some sets that could be used for him if you don't have a Frenzy set like I do. Let's start at the top. So I think attack, again, not a bad set. There are better sets at the bottom with attack and crit rate. Defensive, no. Speed, I think would be good for a two-piece set. Give him a little bit more speed. Crit rate, if you need it, this is always a good extra set. Crit damage, 100%. You want him to hit hard. Accuracy, ignore. Resistance, ignore. Lifesteal, I mean, I think lifesteal would be maybe good with him because he's like constantly. I don't know. I don't think it would be good because he's like no HP. So you just kind of want him to die. You want him to be fast. That's really it. You want him to be fast, die, get back up, and then at least hit one more time. If he doesn't hit again and he dies, he's gonna stay dead. So let's say you have like somebody go kill him, he gets res back up, and then he's not fast enough to go again. Somebody's going to hit him again, kill him, and then he stays dead. So that's why I think like 250 plus speed on this guy, I have to re-gear him. I think it'll be hilarious. So if we can get like, I don't know, speed set with this guy, just as much speed as possible with Frenzy, I have to take a look. I think we might do another video on him with as much speed as possible. Damage increases, HP decreases. This I don't think is a bad set. If you don't have Frenzy, you can try this set. Ignore this set right here. So obviously 10% turn meter for every 5% HP lost. So he's sacrificing his own HP. You don't have to get hit. He just does it. So he does his A3 usually first on auto. So he kind of exchanges HP with somebody else. So he sacrifices his HP, exchanges HP. So he's already at 50%. So now his turn meter is, you know, almost 100% higher, faster. So he almost always takes a second turn right after that because his turn meter was increased so much for him losing HP for his own skill. That's kind of the niche with him, is he sacrifices his own HP, increases his own turn meter. That's attack boots, HP, that's some speed. That gives me 7 more speed there, but I'm losing 1,000 attack. HP, accuracy. Yeah, I just don't have the gear. Like I don't have any frenzy sets. I'm gonna start farming, and when I see a frenzy set, I'll keep it for this guy specifically for you guys. Immunity don't really need HP. Hell no. Relentless might be also good. Just kind of proc it, but not the best. I think frenzy is better than the relentless for this guy. This is what I want to test out. I want to see how hard he can actually hit with Savage set. Because obviously this, he's going to be able to go multiple times if he's just one-shotting people. So I think him with a Savage set is the next best set that I think I would put on him instead of Frenzy. Because he's an attack-based champion with a crap ton of attack. So speed and the same stat. So a lot of speed with Savage, I think he'll be good. Because obviously when he gets back up, you want him to go next. So turn meter, I think, is the best one though. Stun set, no. No. What else? Stalwart, no. You kind of want him to die. I wonder if a tanky Nagdar could be good. Like with a crap ton of HP. I don't know how you can boost his HP with only 12,000 base HP. That's literally like an uncommon HP. This is good. So 15% attack and ignore 5% of the enemy defense. Actually, do we have a 80% crit damage? Better. So we have this. And let's go with main stat attack. Substat. All right, so let's try this. So we got, can we get more attack? So we have crit damage here, which isn't bad. So if we go, but we need to get that close to 100% crit rate. So let's go down to the attack. So down here, that's attack percentage. But if we go here, that's 10 crit rate. That's terrible. This one has 17 crit rate. That's not bad. It's only 1 less crit rate. So if we go that, and then can we get attack with some speed? That's 4 more speed there. It's 11 more speed there, but we're losing 83 attack, 8 crit rate. Okay, so we're gaining nothing there. 9 speed there to lose 9. But see, the biggest thing is the crit rate. This chest piece has attack, but really high crit rate, and these don't have any crit rate. So I'd be losing 16% crit rate on that, which isn't good. So yeah, I don't know if I can do that one. We could try this. So this is no crit rate. And this is losing 5 crit rate, so that might not be good. What else? This one down here isn't bad. But we don't have crit damage gloves. There we go, crit damage gloves with crit rate, 8 extra speed, so it's down 3, down 3. Down 10, so it's down 13, but I only get 5. So that's down 8. So I'd be at 70, 85% crit rate, not good. think that's worth it. I mean, I could forge more gear, potentially. So that's what I'm saying. That's kind of how you figure out if that's going to be a good exchange or not. But the broken set right now is better. I don't know if the extra 15% attack would benefit more than losing the crit rate. I don't think anything else up here would benefit me anymore. 2-piece set, crit damage. So it's down 18 crit rate. That's down 12 crit rate. It's down 16 crit rate. That's just down speed, which we don't want to sacrifice speed. And that's it. So yeah, I don't really have a lot of options. Maybe we can get this weight. So this has 7 crit rate. It's down 10 crit rate. It's down 5 crit rate. Yep, can't get rid of it. We're gonna have to lose crit rate. Alrighty, so those are the gear sets that I would highly suggest if you have. Those are kind of what you're aiming to do. But always start with your best crit damage gloves with crit rate offset, because it's hard to get 100% crit rate with crit damage gloves, obviously. But that's kind of what we get up to. And remember, the mastery gives you an extra 5, so don't forget about that. If he has no masteries, just farm the Minotaur like once or twice, just so you have that extra 5% crit rate, so you don't forget about it. Sometimes you get up to 100% crit rate, you're like, oh crap, I have an extra 5. Now I'm at 105 crit rate. So guys, let me know if you guys have them, if you're excited about them, if you use them. Check out the guide. I'm going to link that in the video. But hit subscribe if you haven't already. DirtBag Nation is recruiting. DirtBag DBN5 is the clan name. So appreciate. Thanks for clicking the video. Good luck with everything, and we'll see you in another video soon.